the ordinance has been passed, it has been conveyed to us, we are expected to be the enforcement arm of this ordinance. So we are going to do our best to work with people, to educate them, and to ask for compliance from them. It is not the desire of the Burlington Police Department to have anything become adversarial. We understand that you have a very strong position about wanting to be there and be near to where folks are accessing this area. But we also understand that the ordinance is clear, that it's creating a buffer zone. So there is definitely some discretion in here as to what constitutes a demonstration, picketing, etc. In days ahead, will we need to flush out specifics of that? Maybe. And we'll come up. Yeah, I can't answer it. It's a brand new ordinance, and we're going to do our best to use an educational and a asking for compliance approach. So we want to be partners in this with you, and we can work with the material that we've been given in the form of a written ordinance. And if we identify areas where clarity would assist us in our efforts, you in your efforts, then we'll turn to our trusted city attorney and ask for that clarity, that level of clarity. So, you know, we're embarking on a new venture together. The police are working with the material that's been provided by the city council. We did not craft it, we did not wordsmith it.
No,
okay?
they're asking how you're going to enforce it. Is prayer going to be something that is considered within that ordinance?
I think I can't give you a black or white answer, okay? I think I'm going to tell you this, that if I am the officer dispatched to the scene and I perceive that your act of standing within the buffer zone and praying or doing whatever you are doing constitutes a, quote, demonstration, then that officer would be expected to enforce the ordinance. I think that there's clearly going to be a level of discretion that is involved here. And I think that I would ask you guys really candidly that if there's issues like that need to be clarified, let's do it through the wording of the language. Let's work on it together. Let's not put our backs up and try and see how far we can go until we force a police officer to take action. We're talking about folks who are out there doing the best they can, exercising, under an ordinance that has some gray in it. Let's work together to make it clear what is and isn't allowed, but let's not get into a adversarial position with the police officers on the street, okay? So if there are questions about that, let's work on it together. Let's not push it to the point where we have to, take it to another level. No, I'm just asking. I'm saying that's the way we would like to approach it.
So is there an opportunity for us to sit down with you and discuss the language of the ordinance?
You can sit down with the ordinance committee of the city council and ask them for clarity on the law, and we will take our direction from the city attorney's office about whether or not prayer or standing, in place inside the buffer zone constitutes a demonstration.
Okay, I did send emails to the chairman of the ordinance committee, and he did not respond to me.
Okay, well, I can't be accountable for somebody else's response to you. I can tell you that we want to work with you. We are not interested in an adversarial position, and it's a new ordinance, so let's all work together to find where that line is.
I'm saying is, I did reach out to the ordinance committee chairman, and he shut me down. So I feel like we don't want to be in an adversarial situation either. We're just trying to understand the language of the law, and the language of the law isn't clear to us.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we don't know what congregation means. We don't know what patrol means. We really did believe there was a gap in the, when we measured it, we felt like there was a gap that we could stand in. We don't want to stand in front of the business next door, and we don't feel like we can be effective across the street. I mean, we do feel like our rights are being violated, so we're just trying to understand.
Can I just ask why it was, why you thought that you were effective across the street on Mansfield Ave but not on St. Paul Street? I'm just curious, because I know for years we've done this very.
We were asked by the police department, actually, because it was kind of a sensitive subject, and we were asked.
Sure.
We weren't told we had to, but we were strictly advised, I thought, that.
Yeah, and I thought that for years, I know for years that went well, and you guys were high profile, you were able to be seen from the other side of the street.
After years of watching people go in and out of there,
Sure.
and come out, not able to walk, crying tears, your heart moves to want to reach out to something and say, here's something, a place you can find healing. How can I help you so you don't have to do this? Because, we really try to respect you, and please, and our bishop asked us